welcome. Guys, I have missed you guys, man. I took a week off and it felt weird. It just did. It just felt weird. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to another great week of Twisted Transitions. Appreciate you guys coming through. For those who are out there, thank you for joining me. You didn't have to. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So, got a good bit to talk about and stuff today. I got some stuff DJ related, got some stuff as DJ tips, got some stuff just as, some tidbits, some life tidbits today. So, first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we check our levels. So please, if you could, in the chat, give me a heads up on what it sounds like in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if too loud, too low, whatever it may be. There we go. We got some people in here. DJ Me123 checking in from the UK, man. First comment. Appreciate you coming through. JC Calmet. Everything sounds good. DJ Me123. Appreciate the fact that you love the channel, bro. That's awesome. Oh, man. Now the comments are just swarming through. Dwayne D. Sounding great. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started. So I haven't talked to you guys in a while. And the last time we talked, I had my last gig of June. And I didn't take a picture this time. You know what? I'm going to start doing that. Since I do these live streams and stuff every Thursday, I want to get a picture, at least one picture of the event so I can put up on the screen. Just kind of gives you guys something else to look at other than this ugly mug that I put up here week after week. But it was a good gig. It really was a good gig. What I did was they just let book cook. And, I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks. They've really just got to let me do my thing. And what would happen is magic would happen. And I went kind of next level with these guys. So I closed out the month because it was a friend of mine. He wanted me to DJ his wedding. He actually... he's been to a couple of events and stuff that I actually did where I wasn't as good as I am now as far as how I feel. I feel like my mixing is much better now than it was when he saw me. And, but he thought it was good enough then to warrant the fact that he wanted me to DJ his wedding. So the day finally came, and he only had, I'd probably say about 75 people. Now, with a smaller wedding, you always tend to wonder and worry as to whether or not, you're going to get some dancing, because most people are going to, be sitting down. Nobody really wants to do anything, but not in my case. I love when I get small weddings because my goal is to get every single person on the dance floor. And that's exactly what took place. Once I got these guys up, they didn't let go. And we vibed all night. Like it took a second to get them up, but once I got them up, I'd never let them leave, if that makes sense. So that was my goal. That's what I accomplished. He loved it. Bride loved it. Family loved it. I got great compliments and stuff on everything that I did. Well, you know what? I could have posted one picture. I probably still have the picture of what the setup was. I ran the 5-panel facade, ran the 2 totems, and the Maui 44 or LD. I'm sorry, the LD Maui 44 G2s. I used those for that, and it's more than enough. I mean, this room was about the size of someone's living room, maybe a living room and a bedroom combined. So it wasn't huge, but it was great spacing and stuff for me to be able to use those, but they were super loud. So those guys had a great time. I had a great time. Gig log coming soon on that one because that was a party. I mixed some music that I don't normally mix. And it was great. They loved it, and I loved it. I loved it because I got an opportunity to just kind of dive in to get that stuff done. So it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. So kudos to them for having me out. And let me dive into the chat here real quick before I go on to the next thing, because I've got some great stuff for you guys today. Let's see. Hector Ramirez, appreciate you, bro. Joyful Sound, thanks for being here. Pure Vision Entertainment, what's good, bro? Hope you're good. Haven't seen you since NAMM pre-COVID. Yeah, I've been posting this stuff, man. I've been posting stuff. It just kind of depends where you're looking for me at, I guess, at this point. DJ Angel, appreciate you stopping through, bro. DJ Me123, how long does it take you to set up and take down? Typically, I usually arrive to the venue 3 hours before to make sure I'm done everything. Usually about an hour and a half. Bigger setups take usually about 2 to 2.5 hours. Take down, usually about an hour to an hour and 45 minutes. I don't think I've ever had a 2-hour takedown. So you're pretty typical. Your mixes are amazing. Do you buy special tracks to blend together better? Your tracks sound different from the radio edits. Well, I have a ton of record pools that I use, and I make the music unique in the sense that I make sure that you don't hear the song the same way that you've always heard it, but you know what it is. So familiarity is going to allow you to be able to get on the dance floor. Simple as that. I get it from a whole bunch of different record pools. I always broadcast those in the videos. Check out any of my videos and it'll tell you any of the record pools, and you can use any of the links down below. Simple as that. Cool. All right. So back to things that are going on. So I want to tell you that I have actually made an upgrade, a fairly great upgrade. I have purchased a truck. I have finally purchased a truck. That means that you will see less and less of the U-Hauls in most of the videos that you guys have seen. I'll probably still be using the U-Hauls on most of the longer trips. But for the most part, I'll be using the truck to be able to pull my trailer, which I have, that stores my stuff. And I bought a 2015 Toyota Tundra, and it has so far been amazing. I've had it for just a little bit now, but it has been fantastic. And next goal is to work on the trailer, getting it gutted and stuff on the inside, moving some stuff around. And when I say move some stuff around, it is time to sell old equipment. So you will be seeing this month, I will start posting things different places. So follow me every place you can, and I will be selling a lot of my DJ equipment of stuff that I don't use anymore, so that I can make room to be able to put the stuff that I use quite often in the trailer, so that I can use it more and take it to gigs for the remainder of the year and ongoing. So it has been an amazing journey to be able to do so. I actually bought it right before that last gig that I just talked about, and I just can't wait to dive in with it with the second half of the year. I can't believe half the year is already gone. We're in July, and it still feels like we're only 3 months in, but I mean, half the year is gone. I mean, it is almost time to start doing fall weddings. And let me just tell you, I'll be the first to welcome fall weddings, because fall weddings means that if we're outside, it's not going to be 100 degrees outside. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait. But that was the next piece of information that I wanted to provide to you guys. So just a little change. I know you guys have been asking for drone footage and stuff in the video. I think that my last video had drone footage, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. The next one, not the last video, the video before, and the upcoming video next week should have drone footage as well. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let's see what we got. How long is your mixes are amazing? Do you best special track? You got good playlists for the wedding. Do you pick them? Kind of, sort of. They pick them, I pick them. We just kind of blend and mesh. Are Chauvet wash effects lights enough by themselves for typical party? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Love your videos. How long does it take you to edit and upload? Sometimes 2 to 3 days. Lots of hard work. Yes, it is very hard work. Do you have Christmas bookings already? Yes, I do. I also have 2023 bookings also. The drone footage is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So moving right along on to some more information here. I just want to tell you guys that I really appreciate all that you guys have done. I appreciate you coming out every week and checking out the live stream. I hope to grow it as much as I can, and I hope you guys continue to come out to it as much as you can. And if you're just watching the replay and stuff of the video, thank you guys for watching, because it is going to be a crazy second half of the year. Things kind of simmer down and stuff in July just for a brief moment, but I still got videos to keep you guys entertained. But come August, the gloves are off again. All the gloves are off. August through December is going to be, it's going to be pretty good. You guys are going to see a lot of stuff. I got new venues. I got new stuff. I got, oh man, I'm going to be doing some great stuff. But in the meantime, while you're waiting on that, I encourage you to, let's see here. I encourage you to check out my Mixcloud, because I am going to be posting some new stuff on Mixcloud and getting that out there so that you guys can have some mixes and stuff too, since you like the music and stuff I play. And the Mixcloud is more along the lines of the music that I prefer rather than the music that my clients prefer. So if you guys want to check out some of the stuff on there, check out my Mixcloud. Everything's right there, right here, wherever this is, I guess right there. You could check it out and check out some of the mixes, and I'll be adding to that. So if you turn on, notifications or anything like that, you should see all of that I'm going to put on there. Let's see here. Okay, so going into the next thing, let's talk about, whoops, there we go. All right, let's talk about what has just transpired here today. So some crazy stuff here today. So back at another wedding that I did in 2021, I want to say, or it might have been right before the pandemic. No, it was 2021. So last year I had a couple that I did a wedding for, and there was another couple there who was about to get engaged. They were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, but have since got engaged. And they were there, and they absolutely loved what I did, and they elected to hire me immediately. So they hired me, and when we did our Zoom call and everything today, she had some great stories about that night, just saying that, they were talking amongst themselves, and they were like, when we get married, we know which DJ and stuff we want. But the crazy thing about it is we haven't left the dance floor all night. We didn't go to get anything to eat. We didn't go and get anything to drink. We were just on the dance floor, just constantly. And I told her, I was like, that's insane. Like, she was like, I was just waiting for a moment to get off the dance floor, and that just never happened. And I was like, well, if you liked it then, you're definitely gonna like it now, because I have definitely elevated since that point. And she was like, oh great, that's fantastic. So she is thrilled, she's pumped. The groom, I think if you go back to that video, I can't remember exactly what video it was, but it's the video in my library that has the lights of a client's name and right in the front of my facade. So I think it's like I think it says like the Laners or something like that on there. They were at that wedding. So if you want to check out that video, but I have since elevated my mixing since then, and people seem to like it. So it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. That's going to be at the end of July. She's my only bride for July at the moment. I do have another party that I'm going to do, but probably won't gig log it or anything like that. But I do have a party. But it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of dry and stuff in July, but it picks back up and stuff in August. We've got 4 weddings in August, and it is just off to the races. And then I think that I'll be going to the DJ Expo. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Let me know in the chat if you guys are going to be going to the DJ Expo. I may be attending that. I've got a couple of offers to attend that, so we'll see how those panned out. And if those do pan out, then you guys will probably see me up there. So let me know in the chat and stuff if you guys are attending the DJ Expo. I believe it is the week of the 10th of August. I think it's like the 10th, 11th through the 14th, something like that. 10th through the 14th, or 10th through 13th, or 11th through 14th, something like that. It will be, but it's in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And last time I went, it was 2019. So this will be 3 years removed from that, which would be great to kind of jump back into an atmosphere like that. So hopefully everything pans out and I'm able to go out there and meet and greet with you guys, say what's up, chat it up, and see where we go from there. Let me jump back into the chat real quick and just see what you guys are saying here. Where do you get most of your music? Most of my music comes from my record pools. You got to check them out, man. BPM Supreme, DMS, Crate Connect, Heavy Hits. All these guys, man. I use all these guys. No one over the other. Let's see. Will you keep the ADJ event table or move away from it? I'll probably be moving away from it next year. I think I may be ready to go to a little bit more of a stylish look. Probably something that's got a little wood and stuff in it. Not the thing that has the monitor and stuff on the front, but maybe something a little bit more of it almost looks like a podium. I can't remember what those are called, but maybe switching out of that. Who knows? We'll see. We'll make sure it's something that's nice and classy. JC comment, getting back into DJing. I just bought the RCF 910A. Do you think it will be good for weddings and start with something small? Also, your mixes are really good. Appreciate you, bro. Now, let me just tell you, you guys always ask me about, you guys are always asking me about like speakers and stuff like that. Look, guys, let me just tell you, your speakers are not going to make or break the deal. If you get you some good sounding speakers that have great highs, decent mids, and decent lows, it doesn't have to be great lows, just decent lows. It can be punchy if it needs to. If you're just starting out, you can do so. Brands and stuff are all over the place. Some people prefer RCF, some people prefer LD, Mackie, JBL, PV, all these other guys, Yamaha, QSC. You guys just take it. Just get something that accommodates you, get what you can afford, and use it. There's no one speaker that is better than the other, and just upgrade whenever you're ready. But just don't go in head first, buy something crazy, you don't know how to use it, and then you're disappointed because you don't know how to use it. So I would say just get speakers that sound decent and work with it from there. There's no one speaker that's better than the other when it comes to you just starting out, or whether or not you're just curious about speakers. I get this question and stuff all the time, and speakers don't make or break you. You can have decent speakers and your mixing makes or breaks you. Worry more about your craft than the actual speakers itself. That's just my advice. Me, I started off with QSC. I love QSC. I still have QSC. I use QSC and I use LD. I love both of them. So I'm not saying you have to get it. That's just what I use. Other people use JBL. They will tell you that JBL is ride or die. So it is what it is. Whatever you want to use. The ADJ lighting controller, what is that? That is the Wolf Mix. I have not done a review of it. I am working on that. That will come out this month sometime. My mixer blew last weekend. It knocked my confidence. Had anything like this happen to you? No, I haven't. Knock on wood, I have not had anything like that happen to me. So I can't say that I can relate, but everything happens for a reason. Move on and grab something else. In the meantime, rent equipment if you have to until you're ready to buy again. Move straight forward. Not your average DJ. He's answering the question for him. Have you met Brian S. Red or Rick Webb in person? I have videos where I met Rick Webb. Go check them out. They are great, and Rick is a great individual. I have never met Brian S. Red. I think I've seen him maybe once or twice, but never really met him or talked to him. Not your average DJ. What's up, Jay? But what's happening? Let's see. Hector Ramirez. What do you love most about the 44 G2s? The power. The power is the thing that I love the most of the 44 G2s. Man, them things are amazing. They display crazy power. Absolutely crazy power. DJ Furniture. Yes, DJ Furniture. That's what I was looking for. Will you consider line array speakers? Maybe. If they sound great, maybe. I don't like having, the smaller version of stuff in the air because, I'll usually see that at concerts or events. But, I am open to it. I will not knock it until I actually try it. All right. So that answers all those. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys and stuff. So, along the lines of where I was talking about speakers, I get speaker questions all the time. I get speaker questions in my Instagram. I get speaker questions. I get light questions and stuff all the time. Look, you guys have to find what works and stuff for you. All I can share with you is my opinion. And what my opinion is just what works for me and what has worked for me. Now, I will continue to do what works for me. But in your area, it may not work. I'll give you an example. Some people use CO2 guns, dancing on a cloud, and cool sparks and stuff everywhere. Here, I can't use those. Not say that I can't, but they're not as common. You won't see me use those in any video because those are regional. So if I use Chauvet Wash FX2s, it may not be a great light for somebody who lives in Texas, UK, Jersey, or anything like that. I noticed that most Jersey guys use moving heads and uplights, and that's their lights. That's just a different style. You have to do what works for you. So just make sure that when you get this stuff, when you're trying to plan or piece these pieces together, that you're not just buying because you saw something else, you saw it might be cool. Make sure it's able to benefit you. You're profitable and stuff from it. It's something that you could sell. It's something that you can wow a customer and stuff with. And that it's something that is in your area. That's something that's regional and stuff to your area, because there's no need for you to buy a new projector if nobody's buying monograms. There's no need for you to buy sparklers if nobody is doing sparklers and stuff at weddings and stuff down here, or venues here won't let you do it. There's no need for you to buy dancing on a cloud if venues think that it's a hazard and they won't let you do it. That's pointless. So I'm not going to tell you to go buy the best JBL speakers because they are loud and they're crazy. If a venue tells you, or most people say, I don't like loud music, we just like good music. You just have to, you really have to make sure that you are catering to the people who are in your region and just see what works in your area, if that makes sense. When in DJ, not at the moment. That's why I mentioned I want to go light. Okay. How do you deal with play this from my phone? I do not deal with that. I am not. They did not pay you to DJ. They pay me to DJ. So I'm not playing from your phone. We don't do that. I was considering the 44 G2s and the Yamaha DZR 15. I went with the Yamaha because of the versatility. New Jersey in the building. What's happening in Jersey? So, not your average DJ. And that's a choice. And I'm not going to knock your speakers and stuff like that. They probably sound amazing. I just know that I have the 44 G2s and they sound amazing. So, I mean, we're just two guys who have amazing speakers. That's all I'm going to say about that. You got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. And they both probably sound pretty damn good. We appreciate your the consistency from your book. Keep it coming. Yeah, I mean, look, I just want to provide entertainment to you guys, knowledge to you guys, tips to you guys. I don't just come on this live stream to gain clout or any of that stuff. I come on here because you guys have so many questions. This is an opportunity for you to ask them and for you to hear me one-on-one, hear it live instead of me doing something pre-rehearsed. You're hearing me tell you this as you guys are asking. So that's why I do this. I take the time out to do this, and I try to do this as much as possible. This is for you guys, and appreciation for you guys coming out and checking me out week after week. So I love it. I love it. What do you choose to listen to at home? Believe it or not, you guys probably gonna be like, what? I love neo soul music. I love music that allows me to just kind of chill, because you got to think about it. When I'm driving to a gig, I'm trying to listen to music that caters to that crowd. When I'm at a gig, I'm playing music that caters to that crowd very loudly. When I leave a gig, I don't really want to listen to any music. On my day off, when I have a chance to listen to music, I'm checking out any new artists, and if I got a chance to chill, I'm listening to neo soul music because it allows me to just calm myself from all of that. I love music to death, but I love all kinds of music, so that's the music I choose to listen to. Sound is subjective. As long as it sounds good, I'm happy. That's right. I agree, DJ Randy. Appreciate that. That's exactly what I say. Neo soul for the trophy. I'm just saying, Afro beats has jumped in there a little bit too. You know what I mean? How do you like your ADJ WMX1, bro? Spence Gray. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's why I can't wait to do this video. I'm hoping to be able to shoot it and get it out before the end of the month. It's just been a little hectic, but I'm trying to get those videos out, because I've got 3 videos that I need to make, and on top of 3 gig logs that I need to edit. So it's a lot of stuff, but you guys will hopefully continue to get a video, at least 1 video a week. Try to get it up to 2, and then we have a live stream. So hopefully you'll see me 3 times a week for the remainder of the month. That's what I'm trying to shoot for. Ever take a beer at a gig, or is that a no-no? At first, when I first started DJing, I did, but since then, I don't do that anymore. It just is pointless. Remember, you got to take all your equipment that you've paid all that money for down, and you don't want to be drunk. You don't want to be inebriated. You don't want to be any of the things above. You don't want to be tipsy. You don't want to be any of that. You can take a sip of beer, you can maybe drink a half a beer, but I wouldn't do anything that's going to get me to where I can't get and take my stuff down, because pay too much money for it to fall, or you to damage it, or you're not able to do so. And plus, you got to drive. How you going to pass a breathalyzer if you've been drinking? It's not worth the risk. They both probably do. I do mobile and big event up to 500 people. I needed to throw. I don't doubt at all. 44. Let me tell you, Not Your Average DJ did a prom and stuff back in April, and that prom had 300 kids. Maui 44s killed it. They heard the music outside over the kids screaming. Just telling you. What's my Mixcloud tag? Here you go. Let me take this other thing down. Hold on. There we go. There's my Mixcloud tag right there. You can check me out. I can tell you that the first one and the last one are my best 2 that's on there. The ones in the middle is where I was trying to learn still how to use the Rain 12s and the Pioneer SM11 or S11. So you have to excuse some of that stuff in the middle. But the last one I did that's on there and the first one I did are 2 amazing amazing mixes. And in the first one, I think, is about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, and the second one's like an hour. So definitely check it out. Talk a bit about how you got started, if you can. What's been your number one social media platform to growing as a business? Word of mouth, IG, Facebook, Wedding Wire, to not, if able to, if not understand. No, I'll give you a quick thing, Hector. I'll give you a quick thing, real quick. I got started as being a roadie. I was a roadie for another individual, and I pretty much told him that his job is really easy and that I could do it, and quickly found out that there's more to it than what I thought. And I only was, pretty much closed-minded on the music and everything I knew, so he kind of taught me some more music and stuff that would get me out of my comfort zone and be able to play for just about any crowd. And just kind of grew from there. Learned for about a year under him, and then he started providing me with some gigs, and then I got connected with a company, one of the larger companies here in Columbia, and they started booking me, and I just got better and better, and then the equipment got better and better, and then I decided that towards the end of that relationship that it was time for me to branch out and just kind of do it myself, and that's what I did. And so that's what I've been doing over the last 3 to 4 years. What are we in, 22? So 3 years. And I've just gotten better and better and better and stuff like that. Now, I'll tell you that the number one platform that I have used for growth has been both YouTube and Instagram. YouTube actually saved my DJ career because I felt like it was just repetitive. I felt like it wasn't going anywhere until I started watching YouTube and wanted to start doing YouTube, because I knew that I could post some great events and stuff on there, and YouTube actually just made me get better and better because you guys pushed me to get better and better. So I was never content with what I was doing. So YouTube helped me continue on my DJ career when I really was at a stale point. IG has helped me with my business because that's just the platform that people use the most. So I posted the most stuff on IG. I posted a little bit of stuff on Facebook, but not a whole lot because I didn't get a lot of traffic and stuff from Facebook. But I've gotten a good bit. I actually had somebody hit me up on IG and stuff today inquiring about a wedding for next year. So, I mean, IG has just been the move. And I think that'll be the move going at least forward for the next year or two. But I also want to get into things like Reels and I hate to say it, TikTok, because I was the person who was against TikTok the most. I'm not gonna lie to you, I couldn't stand TikTok. I thought TikTok was just gonna be like this kids thing, we'd never get a hold of it. But I'm seeing TikTok grow in a different manner. TikTok is it puts you out there to more people, and you grow faster with numbers. So that's that. Hope that helped you out, Hector. Let's see. Hennessy style. Hello, my best buddy. How are you doing this Thursday, bro? YOLO Solo. What's happening, Xavier? Are there nights when you try everything and they won't dance? Look, every DJ still has those nights, but for the most part, I can tell you that those nights have been very limited because the people who want to book me usually have an idea of how I work, how I operate, and they will kind of let me do my thing, and they will just get up there and just kill it. So I don't have a whole lot of nights and stuff now where people don't dance, because I can probably cater to more people. So even if I don't see people dancing, I know I can find at least 10 people to keep on the dance floor with, their kind of music, if that makes sense. All right, DJ Stephen King, for real. Shout out from the Cayman Islands. I see you on YouTube. Appreciate you, bro. Is J-Book your real name, or is that just your stage name? It's a DJ name. I mean, I just shortened my name because I just felt like, a lot of people call me Jay and stuff like that, so I just roll with it. It looked funny after DJ, so I just put the J-A-Y. Instead of just doing the J. So that's what I do that for. Do you ask for the deposit or full payment in advance? Look, what I make sure I do is I make sure that the deposit comes first. That holds your dates. And then about a week before the event is when the final payment is due. And that's just to make sure that there's no day of craziness. You don't have to look for a check. You don't have to do all this kind of stuff. And plus, I mean, I think that's what all the other vendors do. Like the coordinator, the caterer, the floor arrangements, all of them are paid, a week in advance. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be. I just think it's the same thing. Plus, we're one of the most important parts of the evening. When, one tip I wanted to tell you guys is that when you're shy or when you're nervous about running a price to a customer, telling the customer how much your price is, just remember, when the guests leave that night from the event that you do, they're not going to remember the flowers on the table or the food they ate. They're going to remember the time you gave them. Just remember that. And they're paying you for that time. So Mr. McLean, same but 2 weeks before. They I mean, you can do it anytime before. I usually do it about a week before because I think that's about the same time that everybody else gets paid. So that's why I usually do about a week before. Next equipment person, I don't have one. I'm all set with equipment and stuff right now. The most recent thing that I bought was 2 additional Rockville stands, because you guys are going to see a new setup when it comes to how I'm going to set this next one up. But I'm going to do it to where I'm going to add those Rockville stands just to see how they look. I'm going to use the Maui 44 system, the Rockville stands, and moving heads with the washers and just see what they look like. See what it looks like all together. So no really. I think for the rest of the year, I mean, because you guys got to think. I mean, this year so far, I've shown you a new projector, new laptop, new stands, sparklers. I bought enough stuff. Now it's time to start making the money to pay all this stuff back. So that's where it's at right now. What do you use collect payments? Hey, Honeybook, JC Calmet, Honeybook. I have if you go to any of my videos, you can go to my last one if you want to. I have a link in the description for Honeybook. Honeybook does everything. I send a brochure that has the pricing guide. I send contracts through Honeybook. I send picture documents, if they want to see how something looks, stuff like that. I send all of that. So Honeybook is the way that I go. A lot of people use my event planner or event planner, but I use Honeybook. If you use my link, it gives you half off for a year. It's $40 a month. But you get it for $20 a month for 1 year if you use my link. And they're about to upgrade again, and I'm about to change my whole format on Honeybook to where now when I send them a brochure and they open it, they can actually see video where I've used certain items. They can see visuals where I've done, because I'm going to put some videos and stuff, like little clips and stuff together, where I've used cold sparks, where I've used uplighting, why this is important, why that is important, and it'll just help with your sales. It kind of will sell itself because it'll be a great visual. But I'll talk about that in my upcoming videos, man. Don't spoil it. Just joking. So no Rev 7 for you then? No Rev 7. I am good with my DDJ 1000 SRT. I am good, at least for now. And then eventually I'm going to probably add the Rain 12s into the mix if I get the new furniture. I'm going to be do that. For me, it's 33% down to hold the date. Final payment due 5 days before the event. That's great. That's great. I mean, if you keep it like that, as long as you got a structure and you get paid before the event. Now, the problem is that there are some DJs out there that are not holding up their end of the bargain. So it's hard for a client to trust a DJ. What we got to do is build the trust back for our clients. We have got to show them that we are attentive when they respond, when they send out an inquiry, when they send over a question, when they send out anything. You got to respond and stuff. You've got to make up for that, because where people are falling, it is causing everybody, because just the same as they heard of you word of mouth, they've heard of bad DJs word of mouth too. And all it takes is for a few bad DJs who take people's money and runs off with it for a client to be like, you know what, we're just going to hold off until day of. And now you're scrambling and stuff. So like I said, if you sound reputable, you are reputable. You've got reputable things about you. Your word of mouth is fantastic. When people talk about just like no worries, that's where you want to be. That's how you can book more, and you can book more money, and you can book more events. So keep that in mind. Do you ever get to use the haze or the smoke? No, that's one of the things I'm going to sell. I thought I was going to be able to use it for proms. I don't even get to use it for proms. The places they pick here in Columbia, South Carolina, don't allow for haze or smoke because their fire alarms are too sensitive. So I'm probably going to end up getting rid of the haze machine and any fog haze machine things that I have. I just don't use them. I'm just being for real. Love Rockville. Just got one of their power conditioners. Yeah, Rockville's a great company. They've got a lot of stuff, man. I've actually looked on their website. They got a lot of stuff, man. Does Honeybook work in conjunction with your website? Yes, it does. You can actually have a link that goes right to your Honeybook questionnaire. I have it set up like that for my website because I used, what's that company called? I can't remember at the moment. I pay them every month. I can't remember how I use them. Anyway, I have my website to where at the end where it says get started now. When you click on that, you fill out a questionnaire, and that submits right into Honeybook. And then you get the heads up. Somebody completed a questionnaire, and then you go right in and start doing whatever you need to do on Honeybook. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I have a wedding Saturday. Besides the special dances, bride said, I trust you what to play. Well, I mean, look, that's a DJ's dream. When they put their event in your hands, that's the dream. That's where you want it to go, because if they're making all kind of requests and change the song or do this, it can become aggravating. They don't trust. They're showing you that they don't trust you. So you just make sure that you just get kind of a general idea of what their guest wants, and you just go hard and go in and just take them to another level. And that's all you got to do. Once you do that, the bride or I want to say the bride, the couple that is going to get married will be there, and they will choose you for their wedding. That's exactly what happened to the young lady who I'm going to be DJing for towards the end of the month. She was at a wedding I did, and she immediately picked me because I was giving them my all, and they let me cook. So that's just how it happened. Best song at the first dance, bro. It's different everywhere. So you have the first dance here. I've got a father, daughter, mother, son, and then we go to dinner. So I can't really give you that. But I would always say start off with oldies. Anytime you got to start a dance floor out, it's best to start off with oldies. The reason I say that is because you want to give the younger people time to mingle, mix, and all that stuff. Because if you get them to dancing and then they haven't mingled and mixed yet, when they leave the dance floor, your dance floor will be empty. Trust me, I've been there. At Denny, just watch his videos. He has very good mixes and ideas, badass mixes. Appreciate you, JC Calmet. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are loving the mixes and stuff, man. I am constantly a student, at ear and stuff. I try not to mix all the same stuff every single time. It just kind of happens sometimes. And, I'm glad you guys realize that how you format songs or how you put songs and stuff together is what really matters to a crowd. If you can just keep them going, it'll turn into an amazing party. I mean, if you saw that one that I did 2 videos ago, that one started off slow. I mean, I even put the slow stuff in the video so you can see how I gradually just built that dance floor. But once I had them, I never let them go. Once you saw it packed, you never saw it empty. And that's not because of my editing. That's just because by the time I got to where the bride and groom was dancing at the end, I had to send people off the dance floor so we can do that. So it's really all in how you put structure in and put it together. If you start off slower and build your dance floor, you kind of give everybody an opportunity to dance and have a good time and stuff like that. Now, this last one that you saw, I didn't really have an opportunity to really build because they only had about 75 people, and I needed to get to the people who was there music the fastest, but I didn't want to exclude anybody. So I gave them an opportunity to dance with a few oldies, but then you saw it. I went right into their music and they stayed out there the rest of the night. It was crazy. That one was very unexpected. That's why I put that title on there, because I thought that because it was only going to be 75 people, that it wasn't going to be a whole lot of dancing. But I got to get out of that mindset. I got to get out of that mode and just trust the mixing. The mixing takes care of itself. It really does. Because if you just keep the music going, keep their minds going, keep their feet moving, I mean, they'll do just about anything you want. There's no song that works for every crowd. There's no one song. What's that one song you got to play? There's no one song. If you mix well, if you put songs together well, people will dance constantly. If you put a song that sounds like another song together well, people will dance constantly. They'll never leave. Trust me on this. Trust me. Let me get some water. These are some great questions. We got a few more minutes and stuff. Let me also say, while I'm waiting for more questions and stuff to come in, that the tip before you get out of here is to use word of mouth to your full advantage. Now, word of mouth is going to be a lot of how we gain our clientele. Word of mouth is going to separate you from the person who is advertising. Now, if you don't have a lot of resources for advertising, word of mouth may be your only platform. I mean, you can put stuff on social media, but if you're not reputable by somebody else, and somebody else is not giving you a stamp of approval, it's very easy for the next DJ to be picked over you. And it could just be just because they advertised somewhere and it came up on a bride's feed. If you can get word of mouth going through people like videographers, photographers, what's the people who do everything? Oh my gosh, coordinators, venues, things like that. If you can get word of mouth through those guys, that goes such a long way. Because if you think about it, right now we are below cake, we're below flowers, we're below venue, and we're below coordinator. So that means that the venue, coordinator, the flowers, and the cake are all selected before we are. And then you get down to entertainment, and it's like, okay, I don't even know where to start. But if you have a great rapport with the coordinator, that coordinator is going to say, hey, you need to use J Book. He is absolutely hands down the best DJ I've ever heard. Just that word of mouth, you are now booked. You can throw that client a price and they'll go right at it because you've already got that backing. So that's why I say word of mouth is huge and stuff. So one of the things that I like to do, and this is another good tidbit, is I like to get the social medias of vendors. I tag them and stuff. Tag the videographer and stuff you're doing for that wedding. Tag the photographer. Tag the coordinator. Tag the venue, and these things. One of the things that they'll do is they will repost. If they repost you, most venues here or wherever you're at will repost you. If they repost you, then that's automatic advertisement for everybody who sees their repost. Also, if you friend request the bride, I usually try to friend request the brides because the grooms don't really be on social media that much. So if friend requesting the brides and stuff afterwards, it does two things. One, it'll get you a great review and stuff afterwards. You can ask them for a review if you would like. Two, it will also, whenever you share, if you have any content that you want to share with them, they'll share it to their friends on their page. And now you have instant advertising. Didn't cost you a penny. With videographers, when they make that little cool reel, you guys have all seen it. When they make that little reel of the bride and groom's wedding day and they're showing you clips and stuff of their whole day, and they've got the dancing portion in there. That's all stuff that can be added to you. That's all stuff that you can put on your page, and all you had to do was friend request them. That's free advertisement. Photographers, when they get a great picture of you DJing, or if they get a great picture of the bride and groom and tag you to it, this is how they can advertise for you without you having to advertise. This has worked so great and stuff for me, and that's why I'm passing this on, the knowledge and stuff, to you guys, because this information here is not stuff that is written down anywhere. This is just trial and error, and this is the stuff that actually has been working. So I would definitely recommend that you guys take some of these points and utilize them and just watch yourself grow in general. All right, let me get back into the questions here. We got a few more minutes here. DJ Randy G Music, Black Bride Magazine didn't have DJ / Entertainment in the top 10 at all. It had Party Favors and number 10, Shaking My Hand Priorities. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's. I bet you can poll your last 5 clients and ask them what the most memorable part of the night is. And if you killed the gig, you're in the top 2. If you didn't kill the gig, you may be number 5 or you're not on the list. And that's a testament to yourself. So you've got to make sure that you're handling your business when it comes to your end of it. And then if you handle your business with that, man, sky's the limit, bro. Oh my gosh, sky is the limit. And you just keep doing this week after week after week, and before you know it, you've got 5 vendors or 7 vendors or 10. Could you imagine 10 vendors recommending you? Could you imagine a bride getting a recommendation for you from a coordinator, a flower person, and the venue? Who's not going to book you? They're definitely going to book you. Oh, listen to that. You got 3 people for the same bride who's saying that they should be booking you. And all you did was tag them in the social media. All you did was friend request them. That's it. That's it. It didn't cost you a dime. So I say all that because I wanted to give you guys just a great tidbit and stuff. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I'm giving you all the tools that make you a successful DJ in this wedding business, because it is ever evolving, and you want to make sure you're not just sticking around doing the same old thing every single time. All right, looks like this may be our last question unless somebody jumps in here. So JC Calmet, let's see what you say here. I think that's supposed to be, hey, can I prick your brain? Do you offer a consultation, or how can I contact you? I don't really offer consultations. The only people that I usually speak with are, couples or consultations for brides and things like that in general. I don't do a whole lot of consultations. Most people know what they want when they come my direction. Now, if you're talking about for you guys and stuff in general, I mean, my social media platforms, I try to answer as much as I can on there. And like I said, I do this right here, what I'm doing right now. I do this so that I can answer those questions. So, I'm just hoping that, this helps you guys out, and this gives you guys, a little bit more insight into the things and stuff that I do. So, all right. So, let me just give you a couple of housekeeping things here. If you follow me on IG, you get to catch all the things that are DJJ Book. We got a lot of great stuff coming for you on the second half of the year. I cannot wait to share with you guys some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing, some of the places that I'm going to be going. If you haven't been following me on IG, I mean, I just posted that one of you guys, one of the viewers and stuff have picked me for their wedding, and I will be DJing their wedding in Tennessee. So I will travel to do your wedding. If you want to have me out and stuff to do your wedding, please feel free to ask. I will travel to come do a wedding in your area. I think it'd be great. I think it would be fantastic to go do so. And I think that's pretty awesome to be able to do that. I mean, I never thought that I'd be able to do something like that, but definitely follow me on IG because I do the most and stuff on there. Keep up with me on YouTube and stuff, of course, because videos will be coming out every week. Got another great one for you guys next week. And got some more to edit, so be on the lookout for those. If you want to hear some of the mixes and stuff, make sure you check out my Mixcloud. Mixcloud has some of my mixes that I've done earlier this year. I think I did 2 earlier this year, but I'm going to add some more. I've already kind of pinpointed exactly what I want to do with those. So I've already kind of listed them out. So I'm just ready to go ahead and plug and play and go ahead and put those out for you. So be on the lookout for those. Check me out at mixcloud.com/DJJBook, and you can check out some of the mixes and stuff there and get notified when I put out another mix. All right, guys, I appreciate you coming by every Thursday, 7 p.m. EST. Come check out your guy. We just like to have fun here. I hope I answered as many questions as I could for you guys. I always appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so much. And we will see you again soon. Peace, people. You know.